What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Podcast and Chill. I'm Leo. I'm Gwen. Hope you are doing well today. Gwen, listen. I learned something crazy about English learning this week. Oh, tell me. People study English for years, right? They learn words, grammar, everything. But the moment they need to speak, boom, brain stops. Even with the English actually good. I know this. Many learners think speaking English is all about level. They think they need more words, perfect grammar, so they feel scared to talk. Yeah, they speak as they're checking a text, like someone is waiting to catch their mistakes. Well, in real life, your English level isn't the most important thing. Today, we talk about real makes a difference. It's your attitude, your mindset. More clearly, the mindset of a gamer. A gamer? Now I'm listening. When you speak English like you're finishing a mission a game, you stop worrying about mistakes and you start speaking fast, natural, confident. Okay, this sounds too good. How does this work? Before we talk about gamer mindset, let me ask you something first, Leo. When people talk about their English level, they usually mean knowing a lot of words, good grammar, and text grades. But even with high level, some people can't speak much. So, why do you think attitude is more important than level? Honestly, I don't know. People always tell us have a high level, showing score good at English. But then, like you said, some people perfect English can have normal conversation, and others that bad English too confidently that you just love speaking with them. So, yeah, I'm confused. Well, you see, it's all about how brains work when we speak a second language. People don't just vocabularies when they talk. They talk with thoughts and feelings. Um, Say that again. You know that feeling when you're nervous and you might just go empty? You know the words, but you can't find it. Ooh, all the times. It's like my brain just built a wall and my English is stuck behind it. Yeah, that's one. That's the fear stopping you. When you relax, that word disappears. You're not thinking about words, you're just talking. So, the key points even calm my feelings down. The words will just come out easier. That's exactly right, Leo. Feeling first, vocabulary second. But Gwen, if attitude is so important, why do you we still scared to speak English? I mean, knowing this doesn't just make fear go away. Let me explain where is the fear come from first. It actually starts when we are at school. The teachers always said right or wrong. If you make one small grammar mistakes and big red X. Yeah, I remember that. Scary times. Since people learn to be scared of mistakes from the very young, we bring that fear into our adult lives. Exactly. That's why we talk with a text way of thinking, not a talking way of thinking. This way of thinking is like people think I'm right or wrong. Instead of am I clear? They always judges ourselves. Correct. And your brain gets nervous when you think people will judge you. Oh man, my brain just stopped when I think. What will people if I make mistake? Here's something interesting, Leo. The best English speakers are the ones who avoid mistakes. Then what's the secret? There are people who forget about being perfect. Well, they're not exactly forget about it. They just focus on something different. And I think all depends on which two modes you're in. Modes, like mindset switch. Yes, let's call the first one performance mode. This is when you focus on mistakes, grammar, and what will people think about me? Oh, That's basically everyone. Yeah, in performance mode, you become an actor on the stage. You're thinking about every word you say. You're worried about how you look, sound. Right. I feel like everyone is watching me. I say a word, and I immediately look their face to see if understood it or not. You're so busy watching yourself that you forget to just talk. And that feeling makes you stop, right? Yeah, sometimes I was so nervous. That's where a problem performance mode. And you care so much about being perfect, you can get your words out. But everything just immediately when you switch to communication mode. What communication mode? This is when you focus on the listener, your goal, and the meaning. You stop thinking, and I'm making mistakes, and start thinking, did this person understand me? I'm start judging myself and just to be clear. Yeah, let's see the difference. Imagine you're lost in a city. You need to ask the directions to the train station. In performance mode, you think, should I say, could you please tell me? Or would you mind telling me? That's definitely me. When you're thinking about grammar, you are asking the question. You're just standing there confused and lost. Yeah, and then I give up and just look, my phone is dead. In communication mode, you just say, where is station? Is that perfect grammar? No, it's missing words. Will people understand? They will. And they help you, right? They point, they say, go straight, turn left. Your grammar wasn't perfect, but you got what you want. That communication mode. So communication mode is about solving problems, not showing perfect English. Yes, what's really important is even if your level is low, you can still speak well in communication mode. Because I'm not stopping to check every word. Exactly. You keep talking and try different words until other person understands. So the problem isn't my vocabulary, it's my mindset. I've been treating every conversation like a text, which brings me to questions for everyone listening. How long will you stay silent? Or will you start speaking today, even if it's just a sentence? Oh, I think I know my answer. Perfect. And you know what this reminds me of? Exactly how people talk when you're playing online game. Oh yeah, I was waiting for a part. There are people who play shooting games, mobile games, or survivors games with people from other countries. And they're talking about on chat a whole time, right? Yeah, I done that. Do you speak perfect English when you play? It's a mess. I'm just yelling enemy behind. Need help. Go left. Run. Do you stop to think about your grammar? Should I say the enemy is behind or there's an enemy behind? No way. In a game, we have a mission. It attacks everyone needs to do win. If I stop to think I'm dead, my team loses. So I just say it. They understand me and we work together fine. See, your goal is very clear. You want to win and finish the mission. You want to work with the team. That's why I'm not thinking about grammar at all. Not really. You're thinking about the game. You're telling your team where they are. Enemy behind tree. Asking for help. Need help. You're making plans. Tagging together. If I say something wrong, I just saying it again in a different way. Yeah. You don't stop and think, oh no, I made a grammar mistake. You just keep talking until your team understands. Yo, the game mindset is really just communication mode. Now you are getting it. That is the perfect example of communication mode. In a game, you think about finishing missions, not about speaking perfectly. You are saying I should use this the same mindset in real world. Obviously, talking English in real life is not for text. It's not to prove your level. It's to ask questions, explain problems, ask for help, show ideas, work with the other people, just like a game. Just like in a game, the most important thing is to understand and be understood. Nobody's gonna wait for you to say perfect sentence. They just need to speak clearly and get me a meaning to solve problems. Yeah, talking is like finishing a mission, not performing grammar. I just realized something. When I play this game, I'm not shy at all. I talk to strangers, ask for help, and realize I'm so scared to speak, even a hello. It's like I'm two completely different people. That's because in the game, you have to clear a mission. You know what you're speaking, but when it's come to real conversation, you're focused in I need to speak well instead of I need to say this idea. Basically, I should create little missions for myself when I talk to people. Yeah, that's what I want to teach you. Let me ask you, our listeners, something first. If you ever play games, you know very well that level 1 is always very simple, super easy. If you don't enter level 1, you'll stay outside forever. For never get to level 10, level 50, or level 100. That's true. You have to start at the beginning. My questions for you guys is, are you ready to start your level 1 in English speaking? If yeah, comment down below. I'm starting my level 1 today. I want to see how many people are really ready to level up. And just to make it easier, your level 1 mission does not to be with another person. You're right. Your level 1 could be talking to yourself in a mirror for 1 minute in English, describing what you see. It could be repeating a line from your favorite English movie. The goal is to get words out your mouth without thinking about another person. The myth is just to speak. That's the idea. Do a few small missions like that. Then you feel ready to talk with other people. Now please tell me, what makes the game mindset so powerful for learning English? What do you think games actually do when you speak English online? They just talk and play. More than that, they don't think too much how they say words. They're not scared of mistakes or being judged because they focus on winning. If they don't talk to each other, they lose. Yes, they focus on finishing the goal. That's why the voice comes easily. They answer fast, they talk clearly. Even though their English might not be perfect, they talk well. That should you realize too. Leave behind the text way of thinking. The one is the phrase of mistakes. Move to the mission thinking. Just try to solve the problem. And then I speak more confidently, 100 times more confidently. But why does the game mindset work better than all ways of learning? In a game, what happens when you make a mistake? You die or you lose. Yes. And then what do? Play the game. Exactly. You make a mistake, you learn, you play again, you keep trying until you win. And when you win, you feel happy, right? Yeah, winning feels great. That feeling makes you want to keep playing, keep getting better. Ooh, so mistakes are just part of a game, not something to be afraid of. Yep, in real English, it works the same way. You speak, notice mistakes, say it again, people understand. Your confidence grows and you speak better. Learning happens by myself when you focus on the mission instead of mistakes. Okay, this sounds good when you explain it, but how do I actually start? My readers just disappeared about one conversation. Well, as usual, Just choose one small mission every day, like asking for directions, ordering a drink, or introducing yourself. Only one. Don't try to do too much. Alright. I'll just order my coffee tomorrow. No fancy words. A simple black coffee, please. That's a great level 1 quest. Now, when you do the missions, speak English for at least 1 minute in communication mode, which means don't check your grammar while you speak. Don't catch your own mistakes. Focus on speaking to say your idea. Just say, I want to coffee, even if I not perfect grammar. Yes. If the person doesn't understand, use other words. Coffee, please. 1 coffee, or point at the menu. So I don't give up if the first sentence doesn't work. Never give up. That's the gamer mindset. You find another way if you're stuck. I don't quit the game just because I died once. Send with English. That's all you gotta do. This actually doesn't sound as scary anymore. It just feel like a new quest, not a fighter boss. Good. That's the feeling I want to have. Also, don't forget practice. Fast feedback, like in a game. If the listener doesn't understand, you're simpler saying this repeatedly. Don't apologize too much. Don't apologize. That's that rude. You can say sorry if you need to. Don't say sorry. I'm so bad in English, worry. Just say it again and it clear away and move forward. Got it. Keep moving forward. That's just how you get better fast. It's really that easy. I'm seeing it clearly now. The secret isn't to learn more words first. It's to stop treating every conversation like a final exam. You get my point. It's about mission, not perfection. The goal is to be clear, to win the game, to share your idea. Everything else is just part of a process. Perfect explanation, Leo. And the most important thing is you don't wait until you're perfect. Mistakes are normal. You start playing now. I really want to our listening to try this. Guys, if you today learned one thing from this episode, comment down below. Not for us to see, but for yourself. So you can look back and remind yourself, I'm ready to speak even if I'm not perfect yet. Nobody starts perfect. Everyone starts at level 1. Native speakers. There's babies who couldn't speak at all. That's true. There's no reason to feel bad about being beginner. Let me say this again. You don't need to be perfect to speak in English. You just need to be brave enough to open your mouth. Remember, people who speak well are not people who make a few mistakes. There are people who don't let mistakes stop their mission. If you speak to reach the goal, you already won. And if you dare to speak today, tomorrow you'll be better. When you keep this mindset, English will become an easy skill, just like playing the game you love. So everyone listening, what's your level 1 mission today? Ordering food in English, saying hello to someone, watching the video in English without subtitles. Whatever it is, just start. Don't wait until you're perfect. Because waiting for perfect means never starting. Getting better only comes from practice. It's time to stop being English learners and start being English user. Thank you so much for listening to podcast and chill today. If this episode changed how you think about speaking English, please share with a friend who needs to hear this. This is Leo and Gwen. See you in the next episode. Now go start to level 1. Be a true gamer.